Hey, it's Steve here, hanging out down here at the Soggy Bottom Farm. You know, a majority of the world's population, households, has one of these water heaters in their house. They all tend to be around 50 gallons. It doesn't really matter, right? If you got a water heater, sooner or later, when you come home, the tank is going to start leaking on you. That's how I ended up with this one. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to take what's left of this trash and make your own tankless hot water heater. Hang on. Wish me luck. I don't know why I say hot water heater. It's like a double negative, but anyways, if it comes out, I apologize in advance. Here we go. Let's turn this trash into something that we need. Man, I'm in the middle of busting my way into this thing, and there's a lot of people out there got some really good videos on that describe the workings of these switches here and these elements within this tank. You might want to check them out before you proceed to go down the road that I am today, because man, I'm just goofing off on my day off, and I just want to see if I'm right, if I can do this. This ain't really, I may not be successful at all. But stick around, I'll tell you what inspired this, and, man, who knows? I know one thing, nobody else has done it. I couldn't find it. So hang in there and let's get it done. Start tearing this up. Man, some of the stuff that you find in the bottom of these water heaters, man, that was somebody's drinking water. Man, I got the bottom off of this. I want to interject here for a minute, and if you decide, let's say we're done, this works, right? We can make a legitimate tankless hot water heater. There we go, hot water heater. We can make a tankless water heater from this junk, right? That's good. The other element is good, but the tank started leaking. Or even if you got a good water heater and you want to convert to tankless, and you decide, I'm going to try this out. And here's a shopping tip for you. When you're looking for the old water heater, get one with this, if you can, that is full of the old glass mat as the insulation. The more of that in that water heater, the less trash you have in the end. It's so much easier to take one of them apart than it is to take apart one with the foam, the blown foam. All right, I'm almost done. Hang in there. Let me show you one more thing about tiny grinding wheels. Now, I know just about everybody would tell you that you need to throw that thing in the trash. But here's how you measure it. If you see a job coming in the future where you got to take apart some thin sheet metal like this water heater, hang on to them guys. Sooner or later, if you can't cut through that, now it's trash. Alright, enough of my nonsense. I got to get some work done. Man, let me give you one more tip. Just in case, we just cut through this real thin metal with a grinding wheel. If, you've created a 2-mile razor blade. So if you don't know how to deal with this stuff, you might want to put some gloves on about right now. You don't, this stuff will cut you pretty good. So just be careful messing around with it. Open her up enough to get down in here. There you go. That's my safety tip for the day. Be honest with you, that didn't take long at all. But there you go. We got the upper element exposed, the lower element exposed. We got the whole electrical circuit right here in front of us. We just need a tank. Let's get this stuff out of the way, get my grinder out, and let's get this out of the old bad tank. Alright, you should have something similar to this when you get done chopping them holes out. In hindsight, I wished I would have made it wider. Well, let's see what we got inside this little fella here. This is the bottom element. Oh, wow. I didn't test them before I did all this. I might have to ask a little favor, just in case this one don't work. You know, I got more of them around. Here's another one. We're just proving whether this will work or not. Now, I think this one here should be all right. Don't look too bad under there, but, you know, both of them could be. But no worries. I got enough of them laying around here. At the end of this video, we'll see if you can make a tankless water heater from old junk. Hang on. It may not work out for the best in the long run, but I've decided to make my new tank as long as the bottom element. I don't know why. I got to figure out something. I just got to make the next step. It's going to be long enough to take the bottom element. Hey, in case I forget to mention it later, I just made 2 nipples. I cut off 2 sections of pipe here to accommodate the longest possible heating element that I have. We'll start there and see what's going on. All I gotta do is find a couple objects to stick in the bottom up, and we'll plug up one end of it. 1, 2. I don't know why, but for some reason I always seem to do things in 2s. I intend to plug up one end of this nipple with this little remnant here from a hole saw. Man, just go to the plumbing store and buy some threaded nipples and some caps. Don't do it this way. This is just me and being tight with my money, I guess. See you soon. I mean, not only that, right? But, you know, I am getting up there in age, and I gotta consume all this trash around here so that I don't turn it over to my kid. That thing only means, it only has wealth to me. So let me see if I can give you some. Hang in there. Wish me luck. Man, there's a lot of days where I think to myself that, man, I sure wish I could just pay somebody to do some of this stuff. I really am starting to struggle with my equipment and my abilities and my knowledge. But hey, just give me a little slack. We're just playing around. If I get close, right, take a few minutes, think about it, and see if you can get closer. I got a lot of garbage laying around here. I'll try it. Put it in the comments. See if where my mistakes are, and if you ain't got the time or the ability to do it, man, give me an idea. I'll make them longer, shorter, fatter, whatever you want, baby. I'll be there for you. Hang on, I'm just making a heck of a mess here. Cross your fingers. Hey, look, if you do decide to go down this road and try this out, don't worry if you can't make it as pretty as I do. It'll work, right? As long as it don't leak, that's all you're after. Alright, hang in there. We're making progress. Man, I got them guys clamped up here in a couple of bar clamps. Man, let me, if I could back up the clock a little bit, I should have taken these elements out of the water heater, you know, before I got to this point. I'm probably going to ruin them, welding these pipes to these pieces of water heater. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Yep. I definitely should have taken that out before I welded on it. Man, live and learn, right? Alright, sorry about the finger there. Here we go. Man, I hope you guys did a good enough job because, well, just ran out of wire. Hey, good news, I got another roll of wire. I've been waiting for this day. Oh, even better, it's rusted. I need an excuse to back up my terrible welding. Rusty wire is just what I was looking for. We're gonna keep going. Man, I almost forgot that I was videoing this. Well, look, I've been hacking away to make it look a little prettier, right? I got one more thing, the most critical part of this whole job. Let me set it up. I took a grinder, stuck a nipple back in one of these tanks here. I got the other half of it. I ground a radius into it because I got to weld that nipple onto this this nonsense I made. And then I'm going to have to cut that tank to unthread that joint right there. I won't be able to spin this off with both of them welded in. But this is critical right here. There's one thing I've come to realize as I've tore apart these water heaters, and this is the inspirational part of it, I guess, is I noticed every single one of these water heaters, whether it be gas or electric, every single one of them has these pipe fittings on an 8-inch center. So if you make one, these two fittings need to be 8 inches apart. I'd almost guarantee you it would work on your water heater. Even the top of this one right here. 8 inches. Every one of them I've tore apart, 8 inches. Keep that in mind. That might be the most important thing of all, without having to do any replumbing, right? Alright, you guys, I'm completely done with welding on this thing. Let me get y'all caught up with what I've actually done here, just in case it works, right? Inside of here, I've drilled 2 3/8-inch holes. 10 millimeters close enough down inside here for the inlet of the water and the outlet. I don't know if I'm too big, too small, but that's where I am. I put these brackets, I had to weld them onto these plates. This is part of the tank, so it ought to transfer the temperature from this new tank to that piece of metal and, make the switch operate right. I'm assuming this is the top and that this is the bottom right now. I get the funny feeling I might regret. This one might have been needed to be the longer one and this the shorter. But anyways, this is where I am. I'm going to fill this thing up because we know it's leaking somewhere. And man, what is it with my camera? It's actually my phone. But I'll cover it with some epoxy and some paint, and nobody will ever know but me and you. But either way, I'm about to throw the power to this thing, and we're gonna see if it'll work. Make hot water. Holy shit, would you get a look at that? I filled that thing up with vinegar. Even that ugly ass weld right there ain't, it's not leaking. I got another one, twin brother over here, it's not leaking. It's dripping out of this thing, because, well, I don't make anything. What is it with this camera focus? I'm not making anything perfect. But I got it full of vinegar. We're gonna see what happens. But man, I might have done a pretty decent job right from the get-go. Wish me luck. Hey, which one of you guys left that pipe wrench out there in the rain? Man, turns out I was wrong. I filled this guy up with vinegar, and there's one little leak at the top of this tiny pipe right there. Gonna have to address that. That's the only one though. I re-welded it. We'll keep going. Wish me luck. Man, I got this thing jimmy rigged together to hold some vinegar. Look, it's not leaking. I'm getting impatient. I want to find out what's going on. I stole this off the bottom of one of them tanks. We're going to run the first test here. It might be the last test. I ain't too sure. But I got two elements here that say 30... Man, let me put my glasses on. That says 3,500 watts at 208 volts. The alternate rating. Me, I got 240 here in the United States of America. I'm going to be at 240 volts, 4,500 watts. We're going to go with two of these guys. This is the one that got hot while I was welding, but I think it'll be alright. Might leak, but the element still works. Wish me luck. We're about to hook it up and see what's going on. Okay, you guys, look. Got everything reassembled. Check out my wiring for me. It's possible I made a mistake. I think I put everything right back the way I found it. But hey, I got a cooking thermometer. I wish it was more accurate. It had smaller increments. That's hard to see, right? But I got you hooked up to a garden hose here on that valve I stole from the bottom of the tank. Power's coming from over here, right underneath the meter. All I got to do is turn on this breaker right here, and then we'll be heating. Let me run some water through it. I guess having this on here might be the way to go. I don't know how many gallons per minute. Yeah, it's going to be switching, whatever. But let's find out the temperature of the incoming water first of all. Right now, man, I know that's hard to see. That looks like it's somewhere 70, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. I wish I had something more accurate, but I got no reason to deceive you. Let's just run some water and see what happens. And he's a short, stubby one, but it's got some girth to it. Let's see what's going on here. Man, is water gonna go through that valve? I'm gonna take the guts out of it. Opened that thing all the way up. Where's the water at? Hang on. There was some garbage in that water hose. Blocked up my valve. Let me get that cleaned out. It's been running for a while. I don't know if that's accurate, but even if the starting point ain't, you know, after it starts warming up, the difference ought to be pretty darn close. Let me show you how much water is running through here. I guess the old valve here is making some noise. But this is what we got as far as flow. You know, that's where we're at the moment. Let's throw the juice to it and see what happens. I don't know, what is that? About 60. Let's see what happens. Let's throw this on. That's probably way too much water flow. Let me get a meter. I got a meter over here, volts AC. Make sure we ain't tripped here. Yep, 240. See what's going on here at the element. 240. Well, something's happening here. Let me turn the water flow down. Maybe a thing will only do 1 gallon a minute. Let's see if it starts heating up. This is 4,500. Oh, you hear it? Let's open it up a little. It's cooking. Let's see what happens if we turn the water off in the house, right? Oh, she's making some noise. If you're scared, say you're scared. Let's see when this one comes on. Man, old dude ought to click off here in a minute, switch over to the other one. Are you gonna switch over? I might need some heat paste. Well, how long it's gonna take for that heat to transfer to this plate back here. But it ought to do it. This one's still getting the power. It's starting to rain. I'm out here playing with the electricity in the water. It's starting to rain. Let's see what one element will do. Open him up a little bit. Oh, it's hot. That thing's hot to the touch. Man, that is annoying you to death, ain't it? Is it annoying you? Ain't much I can do about it. It's starting to rain. We gotta make a move here. Come on, little dude. I gotta go. I'll be back. I don't want to get shocked. Man, old tank on the left here just got hot. Switched that guy over just like it was intended to. And now this guy's got the power to him. So that's a 4,500. Man, what is that guy? I gotta put my glasses on. Hold on. Man, I can't say 3,800. It must be 6. Oh, it just shut off. The other one just shut off. It's working exactly like a giant tank, but it's just 2 pieces of pipe. The temperature is up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This guy is set at I don't know, what would you guess that is? 120 Fahrenheit? And this guy here is same, about 120 Fahrenheit. So maybe my little meat thermometer is off a little bit. But hey, it brought the temperature up. Though that needle's still moving. And you know, that's not a whole that's a mixture of hot and cold water. Let me I'm going to open this little valve up and run the water through it and get this guy to kick on again. Alright, the water's going through there quite a bit faster now. Let's wait and see if this guy kicks back on. I'm sure it will. Yeah, she's coming down. Go learn about these switches. It's actually quite fascinating the way they work. Alright, I'll bring you back. Right now, I just got some stuff butched together, and I'm in here on a 40 amp breaker. When I put them both in parallel, we might have to increase the size of this wire. It'd be nice to see what you can get away with the existing wire in your house, though. Hang on, I'm still playing. Alright, it seems pretty obvious, maybe just to me, but you can mount this stuff in tiny little pipes and make yourself in actuality, just a tiny tanked water heater. We got to get it to turn on and off automatically. When you open the water, you throw the power to it. When you shut off the water, you take the power off. That's how you make it tankless. So a lot of ways you can go about doing it, but I don't want to buy some stuff my daughter's just going to throw in the trash later. So I drilled and tapped a 1/4 inch NPT pipe into this coupling here, and I mounted a pressure switch on here. I know it ain't the best way to go, but it's all I got. So if I open the water up here, down here, if I open up the discharge, the switch will shut, give it power. When I turn it off, it'll open up. We still got all the safeties of the original tank. I did wire it in parallel though, so they both come on at the same time. Let's give this thing for a run for its money, and see if we can do something with it. Here we go. Throw juice to it. Oh, didn't like that. Man, I don't know why she made that noise. I got power up here. Weird. Anyways, let's open the valve, see what happens. Like I said, if you're scared, say you're scared. Sun's coming out. I'm trying to walk over the cord. I got a hole in my hose right there. It keeps spraying everything. Let's see if we got power going to both of them here. I'm on the bottom one, 240. Top one. Can you see that? 240. Start measuring the temperature of this water here. Right now, she's at 80 degrees. Climbing, slow. That might be a little too much water going through there. When I drilled them 3/8 inch holes in here, I probably should start smaller. Then you don't need to have this valve on it. We need to, maybe I'll fill that coupling up with a washer. Start with tiny holes and then slowly get bigger and bigger until we figure out the gallons per minute. Now we're up to 90. Let's see what goes on. If you can tolerate this. Want me to put some music in the background? This is the best I can do. But it's you can do it. You can do it. I'm going to pause it for a minute and just let it run, and I'll be honest with you. I know this ain't legit, but I'll be honest with you. Hang on. Only because I failed to mention it earlier. Let me point it out real quick, because this cable, this is 12 gauge wire. Wow, why can't I get that to focus? What am I doing wrong? What do I gotta do? Where are you at right there? It's 12 gauge wire. It ain't warm or nothing, but you know, it's only been about 5 minutes. I'll let you know. You should probably have 10 gauge in your house if you're messing with your water heater. I don't know, the sun might have done that. But you can hear it. That dude's cooking away. Let's check it out over here. Oh, we're up to 108-ish, 7, 6, somewhere in there. I bet you can see that before me. I'll keep you posted. Be back in a few. Darn it, I just lost one of them. Let me turn her off. But hey, if you fiddle around with it, come up with a better way of doing it, you can make one yourself. Ain't too bad. I gotta quit messing around with it. Got other things I need to be doing. Thanks for stopping by and giving me somebody to talk to. Hope you guys have a great day. If I come across a better way of doing this, flow switches, contact or something, you know, I might keep going. But for now, this is my contribution. Alright, I'm out.